I feel like everybody should evolve. I mean, nobody's gonna stay the same. You know, if you staying the same, then you crazy as hell. You type of artist, you gonna just stay the same. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Juicy J. I'm here at Fuse. Shut the fuck up. The way the Neighbor song became, how it came together, I was at the studio with Travis, and I was going through some of my beats. He asked me to come over and play some beats for his new album, Astroworld, for like about 2 hours. And then on the way out the studio, I was like, yo, Trav, let me get a song for my album. And so he pulled up the Neighbor's record. It was like a long rap. It really didn't have a sequence. But I loved it though. I was like, that shit dope. He gave me the files, and I went to my studio, and I chopped it up. I put the hook right here, and I put the verse right there, and then I added me a verse at the end for the second verse, and that's how the song became. It's meant to be for me to be in this business as long as I've been, because I never got out the studio. I never took a break. I'm not expecting anybody to know my music I did back in 91, 92, 93, or 94, or 95. I tell you one song I will say, a lot of people, it's people that know I sing this, but I've run into people that don't know I sing this. Slob on Knob. It's like all the kids from like 11 to 12 years old or 13 years old, they know that song. It's still growing, that record's still growing. I feel like I'm still growing. You know, being genuine is more important to me in this music business. You'll be around here forever, you just be a genuine person, just do what you do and don't worry about what this person's doing, or, you know, worry about the likes or whatever, just do what you do, and I think you'll be around here forever. Since I became a father, the main thing that changed about me is I slowed down. You know, I was so used to going to the studio every day, working 24/7. I've been chilling. My daughter was born this year, February 2nd. She's 9 months, so this is like the first time in my whole career I've actually been just like at home, just trying to do the real life stuff, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm glad, I'm happy, I feel blessed. You know, God's been great to me and my family. And I'm having a ball with it. Whether I have a daughter or not, the music and stuff was gonna change. Every time you hear me in my songs, if you hear me rapping about bands to make a dance, at that time, you know, I was strip club hopping, I was just having a ball, doing what I'm doing. And you know, I still turn up a little bit, you know, I still smoke my weed and do what I do. What's next for me in hip hop? I wanna run a major label. I've always wanted to run a major label. You know, I've seen Jay-Z do it, which was a success. I've seen L.A. Reid do it. I feel like I need my turn to. It's time for me to step up to the plate and find me like a Adele or something out there, you know. I want to run Columbia. I feel like crunk music is making a comeback. With Sheck West, 69, I feel like, you know, they music gets you hype, turns you up, so I feel like it's coming back. You know what's crazy about my ad-libs? They just come naturally. I just be in the studio, drunk as a motherfucker, and I just get on the microphone and just say some crazy shit, and it'll just sound good. Like, it's times, I got an ad-lib, I'm stumping on the, I don't know if you ever heard this song. You heard a song called Chicken Heads by Project Pat? On my verse, you can hear these stumps in the back of my verse. And those are real stumps. Me and my engineer, one day I was just drinking, drunk, and I was like, man, when I laid my verse, I wanted to be like, I felt like it was just like super hype. So I said, man, I want to stump. Because people in the clubs in Memphis, back in the 90s, people used to stump. They used to get in a circle and stomp in a circle. So I was like, look, we put the microphones to the floor, and me and my engineer went in there and stumped. And then we sampled it, and we put it behind my verse. And that's how the stumps became. And then one day I was in the studio, I was drinking again, drinking some Moet or something, and I was rapping my verse, and I just started breathing, going, and it sounded good. And a couple of times I was in the studio, I was like, man, I'm gonna just say something, shut the fuck up. You know, I would just, anything that popped in my head, I would just do it. It may be funny, it may be kind of weird, it may be different, but I felt like being different is what catches the ear. I would have loved to have a seat with Prince. I'm a #1 Prince fan, you know. One thing I was amazed by Prince, when I used to look at the back of his albums, it say produced, engineered, arranged, written, blah, blah, blah by Prince. I want to ask him, how the hell did he do all that shit? How did he record himself? Like, how did he do all that? You know, did he hit the button to the 24 track and run over there to the microphone? Like, I was just like, how does this man do all this music just by himself? Like, that man's a genius. I never wanted to be like somebody else. I never was like, I'm gonna copy this person. I did my own thing.